Hi, welcome to the Yoga Pantry with me, Tash. Today we're just going to do a general, lovely, all over mind, body and soul yoga practice. So roll out your mat, grab your comfy pants, throw them on, and let's get started. Come down to a nice comfortable seat and find some lovely length through the spine. Maybe roll those shoulders out to begin with. Close your eyes. Take some nice deep full breaths and start tuning into your body. Tune in to the sensations that you feel. You can roll out the head and neck and check in there. Sometimes when we sleep at night we hunch up and do weird things to our body, and then we wake up feeling tired and a little sore. So this is a nice practice just to rejuvenate you and reconnect you, bring yourself back to center. So finding that sense of groundedness here, just check in with your sitting bones. Maybe shift the weight from side to side. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. A couple of those. Each time you breathe, find more length in through your spine. Trace the natural curves of your spine. And just take a moment. I love to start my practices with an intention. And maybe you have the same intention every time you step on the mat. Maybe there's an intention you'd like to fulfill this month or this year. Tune in to your heart. Tune in to your soul. And check in, what is your intention for your practice today? And repeat that intention to yourself 3 times. Now sometimes for me it's actually just a word or 3 words that I'd like to embody. And other times there's a specific action that I'd like to take. When you connect fully to that intention in your yoga practice, the chances of it coming to fruition are way higher than when you just kind of throw them out randomly throughout your day. Let's draw our hands together in front of our heart center. Connect to your heartbeat and just feel that energy between the palms and your fingers right now. Just notice it. There's no right or wrong. We're just observing, tuning in, tapping in, turning on to who we are today. When you draw your palms together, it signifies bringing together the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine aspects of your personality, of the energies in your body. It's also bringing together the ego and the spirit and bowing down to your higher self. If you'd like to, you could chant Om 1 or 3 times. Or you can send yourself a couple of thoughts of gratitude for giving yourself time today to really tune in to who you are. And maybe you'd like to dedicate this yoga practice to finding answers. Maybe there's something that's eluding you right now. You could put that out to the universe right now. What would it take for me to have absolute ultimate abundance in my life? Or whatever your question is, what would it take? Put it out there and the universe and your mind will go about finding the answer for you. And as you move through your practice today, maybe that answer will pop up. Alrighty, keep those eyes closed and rub your hands together, bringing some energy in, re-energizing the left and right brain hemispheres. Let's place our palms over our closed eyes. Slowly open your eyes into that dark space, absorb that prana, that life force energy, and then draw the hands down, spread that energy out. Rise up through the right side, extend up and exhale, reach out over to the left, stretching from the sitting bones, from the hip bone all the way out. So make sure that right sit bone stays on the ground there. Inhale, rise up. Lifting and lengthening, exhale to the other side. Really try and tune into your breath today. Let's really focus on connecting our breath and our movement. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands down in front of the heart center. As the hands come down, interlace your fingers and turn them up to the sky. Reach up, open up those hands, stretch out the connective tissue around the fingers. And exhale, release the left hand again, come over to the left side and roll down over towards the right side, and inhale, open the heart to the sky. Exhale, release, roll over to the other side. Inhale, open your heart to the sky. Exhale, release, roll over. And inhale, just reach out to the side. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down in front of the heart center. Right hand over to the left knee, reach up through the spine, inhaling. Exhale, rotate a little deeper. Try and create that twist from the belly button rather than the sacral area. Allow your shoulders to release down the back, those shoulder blades just sliding down the spine. And release out, swap sides, grab that knee, inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. You can do all of this with your eyes closed and really tune in to the sensations that you're feeling right now. Not forcing your body anywhere it doesn't want to go. Respecting your body, loving your body. And release out. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands down in front of the heart center. Inhale, reach both hands up. Interlace the fingers. This time, the opposite pinky is on the outside. Turn those palms up. I always find that much harder to interlace my fingers this way. So weird. And release. Roll those shoulders out. Lovely big rotations. Let your breath guide you through, inhaling the shoulders up and exhaling them down. Let's reverse the rotation back the other way. And release that out. Drop your ear to your right shoulder. And allow the stretch to come down the side of the neck here. Let the shoulders again run down the back. Close your eyes and really tune in to how the body's feeling. Inhale, head to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, head to center. This time gazing over that right shoulder. And inhale, center, over to the other side as you exhale. Continue to breathe. Gaze over the left shoulder. Shoulders run down the back. Inhale, back to center, chin to the chest. Exhaling. Inhale, nose to the sky, chin to the sky. Lengthen, lips together, stretch that throat. Exhale down. Inhale up. This time exhale down and let the spine start to round. Inhale, forward, rock forward on that pelvis, a little seated cat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling up. And exhale, neutral spine. Release that out. Right onto our hands and knees, tabletop. Building strength in our wrists and our legs and our arms. stack those wrists underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide, knees underneath your hips, and we'll just do a couple of cat stretches. We've already done a bunch, so no need to go nuts about it here. Lift the tail to the sky and gaze upwards. Stretch your belly, press the floor away, don't collapse here. And then exhale, round the back, chin towards the chest, tail tucks in. Inhale, continue to find that connection of the hands into the floor. Remembering the seat of your pose, the foundation of your pose is that which touches the earth right now. So make sure your foundations are strong. We're going to inhale, gaze upwards. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. Tuck your toes and exhale, press up and back, rise up there. Find your lovely down dog and start to walk that dog. Tread it out, bend one leg a whole bunch, and then straighten it and swap sides and press into your heel. Breathe deeply, let the body maybe start to arch in from side to side. Maybe once you're feeling nice and open there, you can step those feet in together. You can bend the knees, swivel them over to one side, swivel to the other side. Back to center. Let's lift one leg to the sky. Lovely dog split. Reach it up. Lift and lengthen. Weight even in the arms here. And then release that leg down. Other side. Lift up into your dog split. Lifting and lengthening, weight even in the arms. So with the left leg lifted, you might feel that this left armpit's trying to wing open. Close it down to the floor. Elbows to the floor as well. Release that out. And we'll roll up to the toes, roll through the spine, roll forward into your plank position, and then roll forward, reverse, roll back towards the down dog. Roll up again, round through the back. Once you come into plank, press into the heels, roll up and back again. One more time, round. Find the curves in your spine, roll them out, work them out, breathe, tread it out. Awesome. Step your right foot forward. Nice big step. Rock out through your ankles. Drop your back knee when you're ready. Right knee stacked over the ankle or slightly behind. Draw this whole right hip bone back into its socket. Belly is in. You can bring your hands to the sacrum and to the belly and just draw them in slightly. Keep that centered. Belly slightly in and up. Sink into it. We'll just rest our hands here. You can have blocks if you need to. Back foot can be tucked or flat. Depends. I tuck my foot nowadays because it gives my knee more stability. Breathe into it. As you exhale, let the body sink a little, but keep the integrity of your core working in and up. And if you want to, you can lift the chin to the sky, open the heart slightly. If you want to, you can reach your hands to the floor as well. Exhale, release that down. We're going to step back into our down dog. So first we'll just lift that back knee. Find a little movement and back you go, downward facing dog. Hips to the sky, lifting and lengthening. Up to those toes, down to the heels. Go ahead and step your left foot through. Nice big lunge there. Check in, rock out through those ankles. When you're ready, drop your back knee as far back as it feels comfortable. Stacking front knee over ankle or slightly behind. Draw back through this femur, right back into the hip socket so the hips square up. And then if you want to, draw in through the belly. Remember, find this connection here. In through the belly, slightly down through the tailbone, so that we have connected our core and we're building strength there. And we can sit here lifting and lengthening. As you press up and lift and you feel the glutes connect, you build strength in your hip flexors and your psoas muscle. Or you can allow the body to sink down and gently, mindfully stretch out those hip flexors. We're still holding the core in, and breathe. And if you want to, you can lift the gaze, you can reach the hands to the floor. You can also use blocks. And then exhale, release. We're going to step back, downward facing dog again. First, lift that back knee and go ahead. Back you go. Stretch it out. Reach those hips to the sky. Roll your elbows and your armpits. Elbows to the floor, armpits in towards your face. Connect down through the thumb and the index fingers so they roll in the opposite direction. Little spider on the hand. Reaching sit bones to the sky. Step your feet in towards each other. Bend the knees, look to the hands, and we're actually just going to walk ourselves up to the top of our mat. Press and rise. Extend to the sky. Exhale. Hands down in front of the heart center. Now connect into your feet. Find this the sense of connecting right down through the heels, center of the heels, and also the two corners of the heels, the two back edges of the heels. Connect down. I like to peel my toes up first. Connect down through the ball of the big toe and just check in. Ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe. Roll it out. Ball, 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 ball. And then release those toes. Let the toes kind of lengthen out like little turtles peeping out of their shells, so that the feet are spread, the feet are open. Everything starts at our feet. If the way you stand is out, it's gonna slowly put out the rest of your body. So it's so important to pay attention to how your feet are standing. Try and draw up through your arches now. Feel that energy come up through the inner thigh line. And you'll feel it coming right up into the belly, into the core. As we lift our hip bones, belly is slightly in, ribs are soft and down. So we're not poking everything out. We are contained through the center. Find length through your waistline, hands together in front of the heart, and allow your shoulder blades to just rest down the back. Length up through the crown of the head, energy, focus into the spine, following the curves from the tail up to the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, beautiful natural curves. Lifting and lengthening through the earth, up into the sky. Tadasana, grounding, strengthening, focusing. Close your eyes and just hang in Tadasana for a couple of breaths. Check the knees, make sure they're not locking, micro bending them, or really activating your front thighs, your quadriceps, drawing the kneecaps up with those thighs. Finding the balance, noticing the gentle undulations, the waverings in the body as you stand here with the eyes closed. Enjoy how the feet, all 26 bones in those feet, keep readjusting and changing. Over 33 joints in the feet. Over 100 muscles, tendons and ligaments in the feet alone. How amazing are our feet. Sending lots of love and blessings to your feet. Gently opening your eyes. Inhale, sweep those hands up. Palms together and reach over towards the right side. Hips out to the left, feet maintain connection into the earth. Press through the feet, lift and rise through the core, lengthening through the center, and exhale over to the other side. Lengthening out. Inhale, press and rise. Breathe to the sky. Open those arms. Press through the feet, lengthen through the front of the body. Keep the belly slightly in so there's no strain in the back. And exhale, hinge. You can soften your knees here to come down. You can soften them a whole bunch or just a little. Let's run our hands up the shins. Fingertips pressing into those shins, lengthening through the core of the body. Notice the ribs want to pop down, so hug them in slightly towards the back of the body and feel that stretch out through the back of the legs. Shoulders running down the back. Breathe into it. And as you exhale, bow to the earth. Let us step our right foot back into a nice high lunge pose. So find your balance, hug your inner thighs in towards each other, bend into the front leg, reach up through your arms, breathe into it, belly draws in, don't let that all pop out, draw it in, ribs in, finding that sense that we have when we stand in our Tadasana. Breathe here and hold. Building strength now into our hips, into our thighs, into our legs, into our left glute for sure. If it feels comfortable for you, open the heart, breathe to the sky. And then bring those hands up. A little bit of angel wings happening here. Find that strength in the body, find your balance. And connect down through the ball of the big toes. Exhale, release it down. Step back into a dog split. Left leg flies up to the sky. Open out the hip, open out the body, bend the knee, flex the foot, and lengthen that knee up and away from the hip. Press the floor away. And then as you do this opening here, roll your left armpit to the floor and breathe into it. And then start to square your hips up, lengthen out that back leg, draw it in, knee to nose, and extend up again, and step foot through, left foot rising up, crescent lunge again, breathe. This time come forward, extend into your arrowhead pose. Spread the mat apart through the feet there. Really find your center. We're really working these power in the legs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take it down. Step back. Downward facing dog tread. Reach those hips to the sky, roll up, round your way through like a wave, back into your plank. Now you can drop those knees and modify your plank if you're taking those knees down as far back as they can go, not underneath the hips. Breathe, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. And then bending your elbows back towards your hips, open the heart. Find strength through the body here. Slowly, slowly down. Hips lift. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Grass in my face. And then release the hips down. Inhale into your cobra. Breathe. I'm just going to shimmy back away from that grass. Breathe into it. Exhale. Release down. And one more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, down. Inhale, breathe up this time. Rotate, gaze towards your left heel. Breathe into it. Connecting down through our feet. Our kneecaps are slightly lifting here. We're not lazy in the back body. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes, shift your hands to your lower ribs, draw up half plank. Nice and contained here, nothing sagging down. Keep that strength through the core of your body. And here we go, full plank, and downward facing dog. Tread it out. Breathe into your down dog, 3 to 5 breaths here. Press the floor away. Roll your armpits in towards your face. Connect down through the hands, especially the base of the thumb and the index finger. Let's step our feet in together. Bend the knees, look to our hands. Now you can step, walk or float up to the top of the mat. I'm just going to step up there because it's that kind of day today. Feet step hip width apart, hang. Go on and hang on out here. If you want to, interlace your fingers behind your back and let those arms draw down. See how that feels. Tailbone lifting to the sky, feeling the stretch there. Try not to grip into the toes. Crown of the head reaching for the floor. If none of that feels good, you can always just bend the knees and rest your hands on top of your thighs here. Especially if you have any blood pressure or heart issues, then we want that head above the heart. If it's all good down here and this feels like a good stretch for your arms, go for it. You can also use a strap if the shoulders are tight. Check it out. Let's release the hands down and we're going to walk our hands over towards the right side. And breathe. Maybe walk it out a little more, see how that feels. Just testing, just checking in over towards the left side. And breathe. back to center. Let's go for a ragdoll. So connecting down through your heels and down through the balls of your feet. Draw the belly button up and in. Press through the feet. Feel as soon as you draw the belly button up and in and you press through the feet, your glutes hopefully engage and you'll feel the back start to rise. So keep doing that. Press through the feet. Draw the belly button up. And just let the spine climb up itself as you press through the feet and draw the belly button in. All of that lift through the back comes through the earth. It doesn't come through the back of the body at all. You should not feel any pain in the back of the body. It comes from the strength of the earth. Coming up to your Tadasana. Inhale, hands up. This time grab hold of your right wrist. Reach up and pull it over. Lift and lengthen. And then come back to center. Grab hold of your left wrist. Reach up and pull that over towards... Oh, I said the wrong things. Grab hold. Let's do that again. Reset. Grab hold of your left wrist. Reach up. Pull it over to the right. Hopefully you did it right the first time anyway. So holding my left wrist, I'm reaching over to the right. And my hips are moving to the left. Inhale, rise up. Grab hold of your right wrist. Move out to the left. Hips over to the right. Stretch that out. Try and plug your shoulders down into your body. And then you'll really feel the side obliques working. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, this time bring the hands behind you. Draw those shoulders in. Let the heart open. Gaze up. And then release. We're going to reverse ragdoll. Soften the knees, soften the hips. Let the head draw down. Rolling, 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 rolling. Lift and lengthen. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, high lunge. Find that lovely big lunge. Remember, in through the center of the body. Reach up through those arms. Draw back through this right hip crease. Getting my left and rights correct now. And connect down through that back foot. Now, note, high lunge, heel is off the ground, we're on the ball of the foot. A lot of times I say high lunge in class and I see people doing a kind of warrior one-ish thing. That's not what we're after today. We want the hips to completely square comfortably to the front of the mat, and we want the belly in and lifted slightly, tailbone to the floor. Back knee can bend a whole bunch if you need to, or you can start to energize out into that back leg and really feel the stretch here. Breathe and hold, find the strength. Maybe sink a little deeper. Make sure your front knee tracks over the front foot. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And exhale, take it back. Right foot swings up there. Dog split. Reach it up. Sorry, my nose is starting to run. Roll those armpits down to the floor. Breathe into it. Lift and lengthen. Flex the foot now. Drop the knee. Lift the knee up and away from the body. Breathing into it. Press the floor away. Roll your armpits to the floor. And then let's straighten out that leg, square out those hips. Knee to nose. Send it back. Dog split again. Step on through. Rise up. High lunge. And breathe into it, this time coming into your arrowhead pose. Find that strength as you spread the mat apart through the feet. And high lunge, press and rise. Exhale, take it down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Reach to the sky. Go ahead, drop your knees now and sink down, child's pose. In fact, let's do a wide-legged child's pose. Knees to the edge of the mat, big toes together, sink it down. Inhale, peel the body up, this time threading right arm through to the left side. and extend. You can extend out through that left arm, or you can reach it up and tuck it in behind you into your thigh. Breathe. Release that out. Inhale, rise. And lift arm through. Extend right if you want to, or tuck it behind. And gently release out. Inhale back to center. Bring those knees in. Come up to your tabletop position. Inhale into your cat. Exhale, round. Inhale, cat. And exhale, round. Then start to walk yourself forward. Moving into puppy pose, bringing your heart down to a block, a cushion, a bolster, or the floor. And then we're going to gently drop down forward into a Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Hands straight out in front of you. Hips nice and connected into the floor. Feet hip width or slightly wider. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Draw your elbows back towards your heels. Lift and lengthen here. This is building strength into those back muscles. Lengthening out your spine. Keeping a little belly stretch. And breathe. Lots of length through the back of the neck as well. Try not to drop the head or lift it up too high. Just keep thinking about lengthening out your spine. You can stay here if this is intense. If you're feeling like your back's feeling pretty good, come up a little higher into our seal pose. Arms a little wider now, and they can be further in or further away. Lift and lengthen. Belly draws in slightly. Breathe into it. Hug in those outer thighs if it feels too intense. And exhale, release down. Shake out the hips. Tuck your toes, hands to your low ribs. Peel that heart up, shrug the shoulders back, lift, belly lifts up, and sink down, child's pose. Release, normal child's pose. Bring your hands down by your side, Balasana. Check in. See how you're feeling. Notice what's going on in the body. Breathe the belly into those thighs. Giving your internal organs an awesome massage here. Breathe into the back of your body. Feeling the back expand, feel that length through the spine, feel the breath into the hips. bring the hands behind you and interlace the fingers, or grab a strap if you need it, and reach those arms up and back. Draw them away from your body. You can stay here. If you want to come up to the top of your head, the mama point, lovely connection point at the top of your head, lovely energetic point, you can start to roll up to the crown of the head. The crown's what I meant to say, the crown of the head there. If this feels compromising for you and a little bit weird on your neck, release the hands instead and just bring them by your side, like a prayer pose here. But we're trying to get the top of the head, the very, very top there. If none of that works, it's alright. Just stay in your normal child's pose with the arms behind you, or just stay in a normal child's pose. It's your practice. Do what feels good for you today. And then very gently release out from whichever pose you're in, back into child's pose. Gently roll up and roll those shoulders out. Roll through the neck, just very gently. The neck took a little bit of pressure there, so just check in, make sure it feels okay. Drop the chin to the chest if that feels good. Chin over to the right shoulder, down to the chest, up to the left, down and around if that feels okay. And we're going to make our way onto our backs now. So coming down onto your back. Feet hip width apart. Hands down by your side. Lovely little dynamic bridge. Make sure that the feet are planted into the floor there. Down through the heels, down through the balls of the big toes. Draw up through the arches. Start to lift through the hips. Notice that my knees don't splay open. That's really compromising for the knees. Keep the energy of the inner thighs rolling to the floor and the outer thighs rolling to the sky. Glutes are in. Arms up and over. Let the chest rise towards the chin here. Really work the glutes and the thighs. Exhale. Gently come down. One more time. Inhale, rise up. And by one more time, I mean 2 more times. Exhale, come down. This one, last one. Inhale, come up. See how that feels. Press up and rise. Exhale, gently release down. Reach those knees up towards your chest. Roll out, release. Release your left leg now. Hug your right knee in nice and close. Deep breath in. Exhale up to the knee. Gaze down between those legs. Hold the breath out. Inhale, come down. Exhale up. Inhale, come down. Exhale up. Hold the breath out as long as you can. Energize this leg. Keep it working. When you need to breathe in, come on down. Extend the leg to the sky. Flex that foot. Release it down. Other side. Hug your left knee in. Squeeze it in nice and close. Energize down through the right side. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Draw the body up. Hold that breath out. Gaze center. Try not to be like, nose to knee. That's not what we're after. We don't want any stress in the neck here. So we're just gazing up and we're using the strength of the core. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Right down to the center. Maybe look at your right big toe there. Maybe look right down through the center of the body. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold that breath out. Creating some good Agni, some digestive fire. And inhale, come down, extend that leg up, reach the heels to the sky, release. Shake those legs out, both knees into chest, hug them in, deep breath in. Exhale, center. Hold that breath out. Look right down through the center between those toes there. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold your breath out of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, we got some friends with us today. Inhale up. Extend those legs. Sorry, that was an inhale down. And release. Drop into a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Close your eyes if you want to. Bring the arms overhead and grab hold of those elbows. Close your eyes and breathe. Excuse me. Notice how your body's feeling right now. Continue to let gravity draw those thighs down. Try not to let the mind get taken away somewhere on a little journey. Just stay with the body. Notice how the hips are feeling. Feel the connection of the soles of the feet together. Connect your awareness to your spine, noticing the gentle curves, the rise of the lumbar spine away from the floor, the curve of the thoracic spine into the floor, and then the cervical spine at the top, curving away from the floor once more, sending lots of love to your spine. Healthy spine, healthy life. And with that in mind, let's do some spinal twists. Bring those knees back into center. Release your legs for a moment, shake them out. Now, you can choose what kind of twist you want. You can do just a nice easy one, hugging those knees in and dropping them down to the side. You can do what we call a universal spinal twist by hugging your right knee in, left leg to the floor. And then taking the knee, you can place the foot on the knee if you want to. Take the knee across the body, extend right arm out. Sometimes I like to just shift my shoulders over a little bit so I still stay centered along my spine there. Some people prefer to shift their hips. Do what feels good for you. You can gaze over to that right side. And it doesn't matter if the knee doesn't hit the floor. I think you can even let that foot wander away from the knee if you want to. What we want here is that the shoulders stay on the earth. So it doesn't matter how far down the knee comes. Just try not to let your right shoulder peel up off the ground too much. You can gaze up. You can gaze to the right or the left. It's really up to you. I have a beautiful view of the foliage of this amazing tree right now. Such a gorgeous day today. And release out from there. You can readjust the spine down the center of the mat, hug the knees in, maybe drop them over, or release your left leg, right leg that is, and take the right knee over, readjusting shoulders if you want to, or hips. Take your time, set yourself up for success, let your shoulders drop to the ground, breathe. Soften, relax, release. And then gently release out from there. Hug the knees in. Hug your nose into your knees. And we'll just rock and roll a little bit. If you prefer, you can rock from side to side. If you want to massage out that spine, we're rocking forward and back. And then gently releasing down. Stretch it out. A lovely length through the body. Move your way into Shavasana. Rest here. Let the body melt into the floor. Let the feet fall out wider than the hips here. Lengthen your tailbone to your heels. Flatten your shoulder blades underneath you. Palms face up. Move the arms away from the body slightly so there's no contact anywhere. Chin is slightly tucked, nose points straight to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Breath in again. Through the mouth. You can do one more if you like, or just release completely. Notice how your body feels now. Feel the weight of your body. Maybe bring yourself back to that question. If you had one, what would it take for me to have unlimited abundance and wealth in my life? Or whatever your question is, what would it take? Just keep asking that. What would it take? What would it take? What would it take? What would it take for this to come to fruition? And then release it, let it go, let it float away as you allow your body to float away as well. Deep inhalation, exhale through the mouth. Bring that breath down into the fingers and the toes. You're welcome to stay here much longer if you want to. But we're going to move up into a seated position. Stretch out or roll to your side or do both. It's always lovely to stretch out. After Shavasana, roll to your side for a few more breaths. Use your arm as a pillow. And gently bringing yourself back up. Nice comfortable seat. Find that length up through your spine again. Find that lovely centering in the body. Hands together in front of your heart center. Take a moment to revisit your intention from the beginning of your practice. Take another moment to think of at least 3 things that you're grateful for today. Just fill yourself with gratitude and appreciation for all of those things in your world, big and small, amazing, not so amazing. We learn a lot from the not so amazing. Feel that gratitude. Let it expand and fill every crevice, every cell. Bow your head slightly, sending thoughts of love and gratitude to your body, your mind, your spirit. Send those thoughts out to the rest of the world. Thank you so, so much for joining me. Namaste. If you enjoyed that practice, please share it with your friends and a like if you haven't liked yet, and I'll see you again next week.